Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Nerdmodon, and I'll be doing a gameplay commentary over some Black Ops 2. For this particular installment, I'll be talking with you guys mainly about Call of Duty related topics in my gaming, but more or less just trying to centralize it onto my upcoming thoughts of the Call of Duty Ghost title. Of course, we're approaching it very quickly for Call of Duty Ghost, and I'm sure many of you are very excited, myself included, which is kind of interesting because around this time is when I really start to realize, hey, Battlefield's right around the corner, I'm looking forward to that. But of course, I look at Call of Duty in a different sense now. Once I was one of those people that was really excited, all jittery, and can't wait to play it. But, that kind of fades over the next couple of years. It's been fading for quite some time, with Modern Warfare 3 being, in my personal opinion, one of the worst Call of Duties that's ever been made. And then Black Ops 2 coming right behind Modern Warfare 3 as the second worst Call of Duty ever made. I'm not too excited about the upcoming title. Of course, I don't always have the most faith in Infinity Ward for a variety of reasons. They just take a little too long to patch their games, and by then, they're pretty broken. Modern Warfare 2 is a great example. Modern Warfare 3 is even a better example. And that's to be expected. And of course, this is all a personal opinion. Maybe you guys hate Treyarch. Maybe you don't like how they do things. That's perfectly fine. I'm not going to tell you that you're wrong. But I personally am not a fan of Infinity Ward. I think they lost their title after COD 4. And I just kind of am going to continue to go along with that. But of course, I have a lot of faith in Ghost. I think it's going to turn out really good, and it's for a few reasons. One, it looks like they put a lot of effort into the game. And I can't always say that about Call of Duty. I mean, I know sometimes, the kind of pick at Call of Duty is like it's a copy and paste. In reality, it's not even relatively close to that. But as a gamer, we kind of look at it in that particular way. We're like, oh, copy, paste, add a little bit of sprinkles in there, and put a cherry on top and call it the new Call of Duty. But in reality, it's a lot more effort, and I do appreciate when they do a lot of that. I just wish they had different ways to fix the game that were maybe a little faster and maybe a little bit more frequent. But that's to be expected. With that in mind, of course, I am really looking forward to the new sniper rifle, which is ironic for me because my next statement will seem like I'm countering that extremely quickly. And I'm sure many of you veterans out there know I'm not too much of a fanatic of sniper players. I don't really appreciate them on my team or my squad if it comes to Battlefield. And if I had the opportunity, I would vote kick them 99% of the time. And that's for just a lot of reasons. I just don't look at the class as an objective-oriented class. And a lot of the people that play it like to be ballerinas, per se. I mean, I think that's kind of a pretty standard, argument for the Call of Duty franchise. I think a lot of people like to implement things they've seen on montages or videos, which is cool. But if I'm in the same game, I don't really appreciate it, and that's how I've always ran. But I'm pretty excited to hear that quickscoping is supposedly not in the game, but let's be honest, it's going to be in the game, it's just going to be a little bit more difficult and a little bit more skill-based, I guess you could say, in some aspects than maybe it already is. And I look forward to that. I'm hoping that they follow through, and I'm hoping that the community, gets a little bit better and realizes that it's still there, it's just not every 7-year-old in the country can pick it up and do it now. And I'd be okay with that. I might not enjoy it as much, but, whatever, it's okay. And I'm going to be perfectly fine even if it's in the game. It's just I'm going to want to quit the game 20 times faster. And that's kind of how it works out. Now, of course, I do really appreciate the next-gen consoles coming out, even though I think they failed hardcore this year. They should have had the consoles released on Call of Duty, or they should have pushed back Call of Duty to the release of the first console. They didn't do that, so I figured that they're going to try to double up on their sales, and especially if people are trading in their old 360 copy for the Xbox One or vice versa for the platform of their choice, they're going to double sales this year, which in reality, they're not really doubling sales, but, what are you going to tell them? You can't tell them that they can't add those, particular trade-ins as a new copy when there's a new one being issued, because in reality, it is a new copy. I don't know, I don't really care too much about Call of Duty's sales per year. It doesn't really affect me, and I could really give a shit less. But I look forward to hopefully seeing what they'll do, and I think Call of Duty Ghosts is going to be a good title. It'll be good until I max level, and then of course many of you guys are familiar with the way that I play. I probably won't play a whole lot of Call of Duty. I will probably go from mastering it pretty quickly. I'm hoping to hit it sometime mid-December and max out the game, and then I'll move on to my next title, which is probably going to be Battlefield 4. That's going to be an absolute grind fest just because Battlefield is not one of those titles that is quickly done. It takes, months to play. You got to play every single day. You got to do grinding of XP, and it can take quite some time. And that's probably going to take me 4 to 6 months, somewhere in between there. Depends on what their leveling scheme is. and hopefully it's going to be a good experience, but we'll have to find out. Now, of course, with all this information provided, guys, I'm sure many of you have noticed that I haven't posted a lot of Call of Duty gameplay on my channel, and I apologize. I know a lot of you guys are centralized on one title, or maybe you are, enjoying a couple of titles. But the realistic output of it is Call of Duty people normally only like one specific multiplayer game, which is fine. I was once the same person, and in some aspects I still am the same person. But with that said, of course, you guys will probably know that, I haven't played Xbox Live in a long time. I've been stuck on PC every single day, hours a day, having a great time, and really enjoying it. And I just don't really care to play Xbox right now, but of course when Ghost comes out, I will be on that a lot. I'll be having a great time, jamming out to the Rage Fest that is bound to come, and seeing a lot more cool things that are on the horizon, of course. But guys, that's really about it. I just look forward to jumping back into it with Ghost, and I'm sure you guys will see a huge amount of content from me in the next couple of weeks. This next month is going to be an absolute grind fest to be first in a lot of aspects, and I'm hoping to meet my requirements by the end of the year, but we'll have to find out, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next installment, and this has always been NMO, and I'll be signing out, guys. Peace.